Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Algorithm Podcast. I've been talking about this for weeks on the Zone 18 podcast. Now we really got the Algorithm Podcast. Algorithm Podcast is basically about all the news, sports, weather, music, whatever you want to talk about other than wrestling, that's showing up on your algorithm. It's your boy CJ here again. This week I got a special guest, Kwanzaa, aka KB, on there. Say what's going on, man.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
All right, so I got the sponsors. First, my number one sponsor for everything that I do, we got Ice Mountain. Ice Mountain, 100% spring water. I mean, when you thirsty and dehydrated, spring, Ice Mountain basically gets you right. Then also, we got to basically go ahead and talk about Meet Your Connect. Meet Your Connect. You tired of paying those high ass cable bills? You tired of paying for stars? You tired of paying for BET? You tired of paying for MTV for Love and Hip Hop? All that jazz? Holla at Meet Your Cat. $150 one time fee. It gets you everything. All the movies, all the streaming. You got the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, WNBA. You got Power. You got Shy. Everything that you can ever think of is on Meet Your Connect. Follow Meet Your Connect on on Instagram, meetyourconnect. Also, Crown and Bloom as an all-natural hair care product made by a black woman. You know what I mean? Go on their website, say the Algorithm Podcast, you get 25% off when you go on their website. Also, if you in the Maryland area and your tires are flat, you need a tune-up, you need an oil change, holla at Fast Track Auto. Fast Track Auto will basically get you back on the road like there's no tomorrow. So, Quads, what's going on with you, man?
Hey, I'm here. I want to come in, and chat about these ladies, these stars.
All right, so this week we got a good topic for the first week. You know what I mean? One got to go in their entire catalog. And when I say their entire catalog, I mean every single thing. This person is not going to exist anymore. You got Mary J. Blige, you got Beyonce, you got Alicia Keys, you got Keisha Cole. All I'm gonna say is this was a good one to pick. It is hard to let somebody go. You know what I mean? But just my pick for who got to go is going to be very surprising. But let's get down to the data first on this. So, boom, we got our girl, Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige been around since I've been born. You feel me? She been talking about heartbreak since the late 80s, early 90s and shit. You know what I mean? Now, how do you feel about Mary J. Blige? You know what I mean? Tell me from your perspective as a woman. You know what I mean? How do you feel about Mary?
Okay, like you just said, she been around. She got that longevity. She's relatable to the ladies and maybe some of the men. So,
But why is she? But why is she relatable to y'all? Like, what is it? Because she's singing about heartbreak, crying all the time. Like, damn, women ain't happy. You feel me? Because Mary was getting her ass whooped. You know what I mean? Like, Mary was getting her ass whooped.
Listen, definitely the heartbreak. We relate, but then when when we got love again, we can relate to that. She got a few love songs when we got our mind right and everything. Yeah, like heartbreak, love again.
I'm saying, man, like, you know what I mean? Mary is just, I mean, as they call her the queen of hip hop and R&B, you know what I mean? I think somebody else took that from her now, but I'm gonna leave that until the middle part of this show. You know what I mean? Okay. But let's go into Murray. You know what I mean? Let's look at her pretty much. You know what I mean? So again, Murray helped influence pretty much the '90s soul. You know what I mean? Bringing real love, raw emotions, and vulnerability to the forefront. You know what I mean? Now, Murray does have some hits, so I'm gonna go down this list real fast. So I polled about 50 people for this. You know what I mean? So out of the 50 people, they told me their favorite Mary J. Blige albums is My Life, Share My World, and The Breakthrough. Me personally, I'm going to say My Life was a good album. I'm going to give her that. I'm going to give her My Life. Share My World was trash to me. You know what I mean? In '97.
What?
Breakthrough, through, all she had was Be Without You. You know what I mean? Like, that was the only song that was breaking through. You know what I mean? Because nothing broke through on the breakthrough album for me. You know what I mean? Other than that. Now, again, My Life, you know what I mean? It was cool, but I would have picked What's the 4-1. That's just my personal opinion of my favorite Mary J. Blige album. You know what I mean? And then when you look at it, I mean, Jesus, you know what I mean? Mary had, let's see, her biggest song ever, 1992, you had Real Love. Then you had You Remind Me. Now you want to bring it more current, which is not even current now, because I keep thinking 2000s is current, even though we're in 2026. But you had Family Affair. Then you had No More Drama, Be Without You, Just Fine, Work That. Out of that list right there, that's her biggest starting songs that Mary J. Blige has had in her career. For me, Family Affair was the shit. You know what I mean? Every time I hear Family Affair, I think of what's that, Friday After Next? You know what I mean? When they was having the party, you know what I mean? At the Craig and Smokey got robbed. I mean, they got robbed. Then they had the party at the house. And they were sitting in the car. They was like, man, we go ahead and rent party, man. Go ahead and rent party. You know what I mean? And I was just like, man, Family Affair sticks out to me. You know, like for you, what's your favorite Mary J. Blige song?
Okay. First, I'm going to say, we can tell who really wasn't a huge Murray fan because the Count Out, Share My World, and the Breakthrough, I don't understand that.
Okay.
I'm gonna say a few of my favorite songs are from the Breakthrough. Because when I think about albums, I resonate that with a certain time in my life. I just put those two together. Like that was a good time. Like I remember when I was going to that time. And we would, it just, it brings back memories.
So basically the Breakthrough was breaking through to you at some point in time, you know.
Yeah, I was gifted that album. I started driving the next year, but yeah, I was blasting it in the car. Well, my friend's car. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed the Breakthrough and Be Without You and Share My World. That I Can't Love You, or what was it? What is it?
You are my everything. That's what it is. You're my everything.
Yeah. I Can Love You Better with Lil' Kim. Share My World.
I forgot all
Come on now.
I forgot about that with the joint with her and Lil' Kim. I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah, that was it. That was about.
That was it. You know what I mean? I definitely give you that, right? If I had to think of Murray,
I had that on repeat in the 6th grade.
Yo said the 6th grade. That's crazy. Yo had Heartbreak in the 6th grade. Like that's wild shit. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I just don't see like. I mean, I see the hype of. I mean, I don't see the hype of. She's the queen of hip hop soul. Just because she's the first to do it doesn't mean she's the best at it. That's my personal opinion.
Okay. It's a lot of things that factors into that. It's longevity, the impact, musical impact on not just here, but like globally. Also awards. I factored all that into as well.
But what awards did she really win? You know what I mean? Like,
I gotta do my research on that.
I mean, Mary wasn't no Beyonce. You know what I mean? Oh, you're saying power. Yo put in the Monet Tejada. You feel me? Now, granted.
Come on, man. That's Monet right there.
I'm not gonna lie. The Monet character to me at very first glance, I was like, what the fuck did they do? Why the 50 fucking cast her? But the character grew on me as time went on. I'm not even gonna sit here and hold you and say I hated her character. I didn't understand it maybe the first 5 episodes. Maybe the first season I still was like, what the fuck? But you know, when she got to season 2, you know what I mean? And then especially what was that, season 5? She got killed. You know what I mean? Season 4, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? How she went in there to save her kids and she got banged out. You feel me? She went in there with Tupac, Hail Mary. You feel me? That shit was, I was like, damn. You know, but who the fuck? But who the fuck goes to save somebody with stiletto heels on? But I'm just gonna leave that with that. You know what I mean? But
I mean, she had came out so many situations on top. Why not show up on her stilettos? I mean, wasn't nothing stopping her to that point.
Man, I was gonna say them damn kids who would try to kill your ass. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just, you know what I mean? I don't know, but okay. I tell people I have this love hate thing, whereas in I love Moesha, the TV show, but I hate Brandy. You know what I mean? And Brandy and Moesha are the same person, right? So I guess I have the same love hate for Mary J and Monet Tejada. Whereas I love Monet Tejada, but I dislike the fuck out of Mary J. Blige. You know what I mean? Like I never sat in the car and said, "Oh, let's turn on Mary." Regardless of who I was dating, if I was trying to court a chick, I never put on a Mary J. Blige album. You feel me? I just felt like I'm trying to be happy. You feel me? I ain't trying to be fucking sad. You know what I mean? Like playing Mary J. to me is like playing a country record. You don't know about country songs, right? So with country, so you know about country songs. So when you play a country song,
okay, yeah.
So when you play a country song backwards, right? You get your house back, you get your car back, you get your girl back. Because that's all country music is about losing shit. And that's how I feel about Mary J. You feel me? Like she just burns my skin. You know what I mean? I'm just going there. So then we got the next one. You know what I mean? Now this person right here, a lot of people told me I was crazy to say that she should stay on this list. You know what I mean? Me personally, I would get rid of Mary on the list and keep Keisha Cole, Beyonce, and Alicia Keys. Now, you're probably saying, why Keisha Cole, right? Why? Like, okay, from your standpoint, right? How do you feel about Keisha Cole? Before I say what I gotta say about Keisha.
Okay, so Keisha, first of all, I'm gonna say I can see why a lot of people say why to you. Even chat said they would get rid of Keisha Cole's. The thing about Keisha is it can be relatable, but her status is not like pop, huge, global. She had some bangers in the early 2000s, but it's not like, if I don't hear I should have cheated again, or if I don't hear what is another one? I changed my mind, I won't really miss it.
But think about what you just said though. You know what I mean? I should have cheated. That is the number one chick anthem or dude anthem. Like, I don't care who you are, black, white, Spanish, whatever. That shit comes on, everybody's in the club like, love. I mean, I should have cheated. That shit and love. You know what I mean? Love. You know what I mean? You can't tell me we can't have a world without I should have cheated and love. You know what I mean? Like, those are two songs that we gotta keep in rotation forever. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be 80 years old and this shit's gonna come on in the club and I would just be in there just like this with my hands up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna be loving it because Keisha is what we needed, in my opinion. You know what I mean? That's what we needed. And then when you look at Keisha, right? Like, come on. Like, I'm not gonna say her influence is so much, but her influence was she was raw. You know, we a lot of her backstory of her being adopted, mom's a crackhead. We saw on TV. Her sisters ain't shit. You know what I mean? But she opened the door for a new generation of soul singers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? She gave a voice to the black women who died in love and heartbreak. You know what I mean? Like, and then you can't tell me that these albums, you know what I mean, was not fire. The way it is, the very first album, that shit was fire. You know what I mean? That shit was fire. You know what I mean? Now you had Just Like You. I'm gonna do what the kids do now. I don't know about that one. You know what I mean? A Different Me was a good album. Calling All Hearts was a great album. Woman to Woman was a great album. You know what I mean? And then when you look at her hits, like golly, you know what I mean? Like, go ahead. What you feel about Keisha? You know what I mean? Before I go on my rant, you know.
I did very good to be patient and wait my turn.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna say this. I just don't understand your point of view.
You don't
Like I
understand?
like Keisha. I like Keisha Cole's, and those the way it is, just like you, a different me. Yes, they were in heavy rotation for me. They definitely still get listened to in 2026, but it's not like love and I should have cheated. I'm not looking to hear that, you know, and I'm not going crazy.
That's crazy.
I got some songs that I go crazy. Like when I hear it, I'm like, oh my God, no, it doesn't do it for me. It doesn't spark me like that. It doesn't like now a couple of her songs like Falling and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, that's my song. But like Love, it's cool. I should have cheated. It's okay. Maybe like the last few lines in that is cool, but it's not giving. It's not giving. Oh my gosh! And another thing about Keisha Cole's, you said, "Look at her." It's given. I'm trying to find the right words because when she dated the guy 20 years younger than her, that wasn't sitting right with me. And secondly, another reason why Keisha got to go, her stage presence is trash. She is so boring. She just is
okay.
She on stage.
Okay.
I be about to fall asleep.
You gonna say Keisha boring, but what the hell is Murray? What the hell is Murray?
You talking about almost 60-year-old woman performing now. I could get why she's tired. Keisha Cole is tired at 40.
Bro, Murray's been tired since the fucking 90s. You know what I mean? No, Murray does the same little fucking two-step and shit.
And that's her signature dance with the heels on, and she can do it. She can break it down. What's Keisha's signature dance? None. Boring.
But my thing is it a signature dance because she said it's a signature dance? Or us as the black community say, oh, look at Murray doing that shit again. You feel me?
It's her signature dance because that's her dance.
Okay, so if I go to the club and do the Baltimore two-step, that's my fucking signature dance? No, I'm just doing some shit.
No, it's a Baltimore two-step, but that everybody knows that kick drop is her dance with the heels on. I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, come on. Keisha Cole, you got Love. I Remember. You know what I mean? You can't tell me you keep on singing that shit. Let It Go with Missy Elliott and Lil Kim. It's crazy. Lil Kim was 2 for 2 on this list. You know what I mean? And they ain't even about Lil Kim. But come on, Let It Go with her and Lil Kim. Fire. That was fire. Said you got crackheads about to fucking cry whenever Heaven Sent come on. You know what I mean? Shit, when I think about it, I should have played Heaven Sent at my goddamn wedding. You know what I mean? I would have cried even more. You feel me? Like Heaven Sent? Like, come on, man. Then you got Trust with her and Monica. That was a hit. Should Have Let You Go. Boom, that was a hit. And then come on. If I recall, you and Stand From the Couch, you know what I mean, was pretty much in the living room dancing and singing to last night with Keisha Cole and Diddy. Come the fuck on. Come on.
You gonna pull out that card?
Yes.
Pull that out?
You know, that card. Come on, yo. Y'all was singing y'all life out for that song, man. Because you know why? It's fire. You know what I mean? Keisha Cole is it. You know what I mean? And for you to say, so as this looks now, before we get to the end, you think Keisha Cole needs to go off of this list?
That's my ultimate pick, yes. That's my ultimate pick, yes. That's already that was an easy one. It wasn't even that hard to debate.
I gotta make this challenging next week. But come on,
who music gonna be missed the most?
Keisha Cole. If Keisha died today, you know what I mean, I will be sitting in my garage playing Keisha Cole and shit. Heaven Sent, Love, I Cheated. I remember when I told back. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Come on.
I'm listening
Man.
to Keisha in the car, period. I'm not going to see her in concert. I'm
So
gonna just
you wouldn't
listen to her.
spend your so you wouldn't spend your money. So if Keisha, okay. So I'm gonna give you a great example. So here in Baltimore, we had the ad frame that just passed. So if Keisha
Mhm.
Cole was at ad frame and you could see her for free, would you go?
No, I'm not going through that crowd to try to see her.
That's
No,
crazy, yo. That's
no.
crazy. Yo said
Let-
at a free concert,
oh,
she would even go see Keisha Cole.
Let me ask you this, Mr. I Love Keisha. Have you ever seen Keisha in concert? Is that you can
I'm not even
remember?
gonna lie. I have not. You know what I mean? I I have not. Now, the problem
Ooh.
with that was Keisha to me is not heavily promoted like I see everybody else. So when I learned Keisha Cole was coming to town, I learned about it literally probably the day before or the day of. You know what I mean? Now, would I spend my money to go see Keisha Cole? Yes, for those damn songs like I said, and I'm gonna list them again. Love, I Should Have Cheated. I Remember. Let It Go with Missy Elliott and Little Kim. Heaven Sent. Last Night with the Diddler. You feel me? With the she
Mhm.
got the Diddler on a track. You feel me? That's what I call Diddy now, the Diddler. But the Diddler was on the track. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, he brought the best out of her. You feel me? He brought the best out of her. You know what I mean? So, all right, we're gonna disagree
She
on that
cool.
one. All right, this one, I'm just gonna shut up and let you talk on this one because I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk. So we got the iconic Beyonce. That's what everybody calls her, iconic. I disagree. You know what I mean? But
Well, where's your wife at? You just said that out your mouth.
yeah, yes,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, and my wife knows how I feel. Like I'm just not a uh okay, I'm gonna say this. Does Beyonce have hits? Yes. I'll be crazy if I sat here and say she didn't. I would be a liar. I would get struck down by God if I said she did not have hits. But is it what everybody makes it to be? Like, you got women going to the Cowboy Carter concert with cowboy gear on. You know what I mean? You got people spending thousands of dollars on a seat that's high up that you can't even see her ass. You know what I mean? And then I feel like if you wait 3 months after the concert, it's gonna be on DVD either way. You know what I mean? Like, I just, I'm a just put down what the world says about Beyonce. Redefine what it means to be a global superstar. Blending music, performance, fashion, and business like no other. Open the door for Black women in the music industry and beyond. I'm calling cap on that because Black women, if I had to say any open the door for Black people, and you're gonna laugh when I say this because you gonna think the shit is fucked up when I say it. If it wasn't for them escape motherfuckers, I don't think no women will be singing what they would say nowadays. Escape was to me what opened the door for all these Black women, these girl groups and stuff like that. Like, she champions equality and social change. She built an empire on her own terms and continues to raise the bar for artists and entrepreneurs. All right. So based on the people that I pulled, again, it was around 50 people. The top 6 Beyonce albums. I'm sorry, top 5. Number 1, B-Day. 2, I Am Sasha Fierce. 3, Beyonce. 4, Lemonade. 5, Renaissance. How would you what Beyonce song or album made you the Beyonce fan that you are? The Knowles Carter fan that you are, That's what I'm gonna call y'all, the Knowles Carter fan.
First of all, when it comes to Beyonce, I'm a day one. I gotta go beyond Beyonce, her first album. I'm a Destiny's Child fan, an original Destiny's Child fan from the first album, Destiny's Child, Writings on the Wall, Survivor. When the transition happened, I was there. I was hurt about that. I cried.
Okay.
So I've been there, day one fan. So as her solo album, I'm gonna say my favorite is the Beyonce album, like the first one. That's Memories. That's I'm like 16, 17, having a good old grand old time.
So you talk about the B-Day
Singing.
album then.
No, it's called Beyonce.
The Beyonce didn't come to 2013.
I mean, Dangerously in Love. Is that the name of the album?
There you go. There you go. That's what it was called. Yep.
It's called Dangerously in Love.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? The people I polled didn't even put that on the list. That's the crazy thing. They did not label that. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm not a Beyonce fan in general, right? But it's one Beyonce, I'm going to call it something else. It's one Beyonce song that I do like a lot. And it was from the Dangerously in Love album. It was called Signs. To me, that is the best Beyonce song I have ever heard in my life. It trumps anything that's going on right now. Anything. Now, granted, I'm not going to sit here and say I wasn't listening to Cuff It and watching the TikToks, you know what I mean? And trying to do the dance myself, you feel me? But that Signs was like, I don't know what I was going through at that point in time in life, but Signs was definitely it for me when it comes to Beyonce.
Right.
But the people I polled, number one, Crazy in Love, Irreplaceable, Single Ladies, Halo, Run the World, Girls, Love on Top, Drunk in Love, Formation, Break My Soul. That's what they said is the top Beyonce songs. So if you had to give me five Beyonce songs that you say, a person who doesn't listen to Beyonce, if you had to say to me, yo, you gotta listen to Beyonce, could you name 5 songs off the top of your head that you would say I had to listen to?
Beyonce songs
in no particular order. You know what I mean?
I would say Kitty Cat, Flaws and All.
Kitty Cat. Wow.
I'm cheating.
Right.
Hold on, man. Can it be Destiny's Child?
Go ahead. I'll give it to you. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
All right, but then let me be for real. So Kitty Cat, 1+1, Destiny's Child, Second Nature.
Okay.
Is He the Reason? And
okay.
If you leave her,
I'm gonna give you The Reason one. I forgot about that song. That and Signs are probably 2 songs that I fuck with. The Reason one, that shit is fire. Depending on what time you're going through your life. If you're listening to that, it's kind of fire. You know what I mean? But I just I don't get the hype of like. Okay, it's 3 people in this world I don't get the hype of. I don't get the hype of Beyonce. I don't get the hype of Jay-Z. And I don't get the hype of Drake. Those are 3 people.
It's done. I'm gonna exit out.
What? Because that's the best people in your eyes, right?
Ooh, Beyonce, iconic. What will make you a believer? Go see her in concert. Performer, iconic. Everything about her performance is that. I'm telling you. I've been to see her 3 times now.
Okay.
And I went to On the Run 2 with her and Jay-Z, Renaissance, and Cowboy Carter. And let me tell you, her performance is worth it all. Very iconic. Grammys 4 days. So the people have spoken. Global superstar. Can't do nothing normal. Jay-Z, longevity, the best. Come on now, American Gangster.
I'm not
American
even gonna
Gangster.
say that's. I'm not even gonna say that's the best Jay-Z album. If we want to talk about Jay-Z, to
It's
me,
not the best,
the,
but it's good.
the best Jay-Z album to me was The Blueprint and The Dynasty. The Dynasty was a hard ass album that a lot of people slept on.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess why people don't give him the credit for that. That album had a lot of features. Whereas in the albums that you're talking about, like American Gangster, was just him. You know. But okay. Now go ahead. Now go to get boy Drizzy Drake, light skinned king.
Please add Drake next time, because when I tell you, I was a Drake fan before Drake was Drake. I was a Aubrey Graham fan. I was a Jimmy fan from Degrassi. Because I watched Degrassi. I was there through all Degrassi. And you know, the first time I ever seen Drake, I was watching videos because I love music videos. And one day, Trey Songz's Wonder Woman video came on.
Correct.
And I was like, wait a minute. What is Jimmy doing in the video? I was like, oh, he must be about to come out. He literally was featured in Wonder Woman video, like a little cameo.
Right.
The next thing you know, You My Everything came out, rolled out like 09. Yeah, I was locked in ever since. Drake is that, will always be that. Even though I do be singing They Not Like Us, but I still like Drake. I'm sorry. And a lot of Drake songs is like my top number ones. Like my number one favorite song from Drake is Nice for What. Single or in a relationship, that will always be my anthem. Okay. Nice for What is just, it's just my anthem. Because be nice for what? But yeah, so I don't understand why you don't get the hype, because the work speaks for itself.
So two overhyped people in my house is Drake and Beyonce. I can't talk bad about Drake. I can't talk bad about Beyonce, or I get in the face. That's just how it is around here. I just don't get it. Like, granted, now does Drake have some bops? Hell yeah, Drake has some bops. But is he really okay? Is he better than Wayne?
It's two different things. Like Drake rap and sing. He make hits. Wayne make hits too, but Wayne is not like he's not really making music like that. You got the classic hits that we're gonna hold on. We're gonna forever play. The Block Is Hot and back that thing up. They're not going nowhere. But Drake has continued. Say it again.
This is awful. You know what I mean? That's my shit. You feel me?
Yeah. Since 2009 when he released, it's been literally consistent. Except for that little period when They Not Like Us came out and he got quiet. But now he back. And then he dropped 3 in one night. He's iconic.
But okay, so he dropped 3 in one night, right? I'm gonna say this. What the fucking dude? He got the same amount of songs on those 3 albums that Pac had when he came out with All Eyes on Me, which is a double album, right? But do you think those albums are quality?
I'm not even gonna hold you. I only listened to Made of Honor because it was overwhelming.
Okay.
Like my mind couldn't process. Like, dang, like, no, let me just stick with one. But I am going to go back and give him a chance because that's my guy.
I was on my way to work and I said, "Oh, just this out. Let me just play this." I skipped through all 3. So I had a 45-minute ride to work, and I skipped through 3 albums in 45 fucking minutes. Nothing on that shit caught my eye other than on the Basement album with that "Shut the Fuck Up, Janice." You know what I mean? Other than that, nothing caught my eyes, and I just felt like I was like, "Bro, you got a whole R&B album, but it's whack as fuck." Like I was expecting some John B type shit. Like you feel me? Like that's what I was expecting. You know what I mean? I was expecting some. Excuse me. I was expecting some Chris Brown type shit. You feel me? And I listened to that, and I was like, I'm just saying like some saying. You feel me? Like, because I don't think Chris Brown really sings. You feel me? And that's how I feel about Drake. But I was like, bro, you really just put out this shit to get out your album. I mean, out your deal. Like, you really just, what it was this nigga had all these songs just sitting. And he said, you know what? Let's just throw all these shits out if I can get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Because, come on, man. Them albums was fucking trash. Like, right now, if you turn on the radio, would you hear a Drake song from the album? I believe you hear one. And I can't even know what the name of that song is.
How do you hear Cheetah Print? Because that went crazy on TikTok.
Like, and the crazy thing is too, you know, viral songs go viral before they do anything. None of those songs is viral. Like, what's that? What's Shorty name right now? Killing the game. Young Miami. You feel me? I just be in my brain. I just like spend that shit. Like, you know, I went to the store the other day and some shit cost a lot of money, and I was just like, you know what? Spend that shit. You feel me? Like Drake. You know what I mean? Didn't have nothing on that album that made me feel like damn. And then Young Miami come out of nowhere, like, well, am I scamming as niggas? I'm like, whoa. I'm like, oh, this shit is resonating right here. You feel me? Like,
going that go, y'all.
Right. I'm just like, where was Drake's version of, like, where was Drake's shit at? You know, honestly, what Drake need to do to save his life is jump on the remix. That's what he needs to do.
Young Miami. I saw in the interview, she asked him, she DM, I don't know if it was like recent or a while ago. Matter of fact, I think it was right after he was going through his Kendrick Lamar stuff, because she said she DM'd him. It was like trying to make a song and he just liked it, like left it on red, but liked the post, like he didn't respond.
Right. Now she about him off the charts, on the charts.
But you know, he brought them out because they was on In My Feelings. Right. You know, he pretty much kind of mainstreamed them.
Yeah, I don't care, man. The Migos mainstreamed him. You feel?
Like, really? I didn't know that.
Yep, the Migos, man. Shout out to fucking Takeoff, Offset, Quavo. You know what I mean? R.I.P. them niggas. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But
girls next time.
But yeah, like, come on, man. Like, matter of fact, next time, I definitely know who I'm putting in my next 4 and who gotta go. You feel me? I definitely know who I'm putting in that next one because that shit is just crazy. But yeah, like Drake y'all love that nigga Aubrey. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all love a nigga named Aubrey.
Yes, because we gotta be nice with what TDs.
Y'all love them fucking light skinned niggas. You know what I mean? Y'all just ain't learning.
I don't really like.
Did y'all learn about them Albie show ass niggas? Like,
I'm not attracted to him. But he's a cool guy.
I bet. You know what I mean? All right, we got last one. To me, this is the best person on the list. You know what I mean? The best person on the list. And I can hear it in your voice that you don't agree with me on this one. You know what I mean? But we got Alicia motherfucking Keys. You know what I mean? Alicia Keys. I'm telling you. She redefined soul and classic crossover, blending. She has a performance. She has fashion. She does business like no other. Like, she's a global advocate for self-care. You know, she tells you need to take it off of work. You know, I'm gonna call off of work one day, and I'm gonna say because Alicia Keys told me to. And self-care. You know what I mean? Like, Alicia Keys is the shit, man. You know what I mean? And then you gotta look at her albums, right? So, boom. The top 5 albums people say. I'm not gonna disagree with anything on her list right here. Songs in A minor, I'm Falling, Without You. Like, come on, man. Like, that shit was fire. Diary, Secrets. You know what I mean? I won't tell your secrets. Fire. You feel me? Fire. You don't know my name. You know what I mean? She had motherfuckers walking around like their phone was broke. Like, hello? Hello? Can you hear me now? They a whole Verizon commercial after that. Like, come on. Then you had As I Am, good album. Girl on Fire. This girl was on fire. You can't tell me that y'all want sitting in the car just like, this girl is on fire. Shit was fire. You know what I mean? Here was the good one. But then you had Fallen. You don't know my name. If I ain't got you, Unthinkable. Now, funny, ironic. Unthinkable was written by Drake, which is funny. You know, it's funny how they tied in on that one and shit. Yeah, Girl on Fire. Sweet Dreams with Kanye West. Those are the top songs. I can see in your face you ain't feeling Alicia Keys. You know what I mean? I can see it in your face.
Actually, you brought back a lot. Like, no, I'm not even going, like, at first I was thinking third for her, but now I'm moving Alicia Keys to second.
Okay.
Because
so you're putting Beyonce, Alicia Keys, Mary J. Blige.
Yes. So my reasoning is because I like Alicia Keys. Swiss Beef. Swiss Beats. White.
He probably beat her. You feel me? That's why he Swiss Beats. You know. I'm just saying.
Swiss Beef.
Right.
Okay.
Swiss,
anyway.
don't sue me, Swiss. Don't sue me. Don't sue the algorithm podcast. You know what I mean? These are just our opinions, Swiss. You know what I mean?
So, two of my favorite Alicia Keys songs is "You Don't Know My Name" is number one. I love that song. I like the "As I Am" album and "Empire State of Mind." Her and Jay-Z.
Honestly,
yeah,
I like Empire State of Mind more without Jay-Z on it. Like, have you ever heard the other version of it? You know what I mean? With like just her playing the piano version. Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit goes hard. You know what I mean? Like, granted, I'm not going to take it away from her. That her and Jay-Z, you know, that one is hard, but the one her by herself is hard. And I'm okay. So now how we was asking me about did I go to a Keisha Cole concert, right? I've never been to an Alicia Keys concert, but I went to the Alicia Keys play in Detroit. The play about her life. That shit had me in there. Like, I was sitting, wow. You know what I mean? Because they played her music throughout the whole joint. And I was like, man, Alicia Keys is fire, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people sleep on Alicia Keys, but she's not like not saying she's not the best, not saying she's ugly, not saying she's not the best looking. But if you had to compare Beyonce and you had to compare Alicia Keys, most people are going to go over Beyonce. You know what I mean? Like, if you just like overall look. Because, you know, Alicia Keys had that dyke look to her. You know what I mean? Sorry, Alicia, but you still had that dyke look. You know what I mean? But, yeah, like, Alicia's fire to me, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I get off this shit, I'm probably going to play a whole Alicia Keys album. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, Alicia
like, fire. Alicia Keys, she is. And then the fact that she plays the piano. I'm actually going to,
I can't play the piano. I can do a lot of things, but I can't play a piano. You feel me? It's a piano in my living room right now that I go out there and I try to act like I'm Alicia Keys. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work. You know what I mean? It sounds like garbage. You know what I mean? Like when I play the piano, this is what it sounds like in the house right here.
What was that?
Yeah, people just be yelling when I play. Right, exactly. See how you say what's that? That's how I be trying to play. Like, I'm just saying, man. So you fucks with Alicia Keys, you know.
That Empire State of Mind, that's gonna always get played. And You Don't Know My Name. I got a little memory attached to that.
Got you. She was in the club. She was in the club like, hello, is this Michael? You know what I mean? Like,
I was in the back, right?
All right, we can say that story for off the camera. You know what I mean? Because we don't promote those things on the algorithm podcast here. You know what I mean? But yeah, so all right, so okay, she says that. So if you go back to it, you're saying Mary J. Blige. I'm saying Mary J. Blige has to leave. You're saying
Keisha Coles. Young Keisha. Don't take it to heart.
But you wouldn't have Frankie and nephew, man. You feel me? Like,
It's okay.
damn, Keisha. You know
I'm
what
on
I mean?
there.
I'll drop the bomb on Alicia Keys then. I mean, I'm sorry, on Keisha Cole. She said Keisha Cole gotta go. You know what I mean? I don't see it, man. Like, I just right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't give that song, man. Like, last night with her and the Diddler. Like, I mean, come on. Like, you know, like
that's why I started getting up. You about to...
what?
I still like her, but out of the three,
Nah, bro. You know, what I mean, you talk bad about my girl Keisha. Like,
no, I didn't. I like her. I follow her on IG. You liking
like
her post?
This is my shit right here. You feel me? Like, last night couldn't even hear the answer. But yeah, shout out to Diddler. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, Diddy coming home. You know what I mean?
You going to the party?
Nah, nah. Fuck that. When I seen on Twitter X, you know what I mean? I ain't going nowhere near that nigga. You feel me? He a slippery nigga. You feel me? Like,
yeah, I never had a Twitter.
Yeah, man,
my mind is not my eyes are not tainted.
Yeah, man. Hey, it is what it is. You know, the Diddler. You know what I mean? But everybody, so she said Keisha gotta go. I said Murray gotta go. You know what I mean? I want everybody to put their comments in the chat. You know what I mean? Tell me your opinion of who you think gotta go. Again, there's no right, there's no wrong, there's opinions. Everybody has an opinion, you know what I mean, about who they what's name. I just don't see it, you know. I just want everybody to like, subscribe, and follow the Algorithm Podcast on YouTube. You know, I want to say, you know, follow us on TikTok, still on the Zone 18 podcast on TikTok. And then, you know, I don't know, might have to invite KB back, you know what I mean, do another one, you know what I mean? But, you know, I might do it all. I'm gonna do it all. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do an all male R&B one. You feel me? I'm gonna do 4 R&B groups. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do 4 R&B groups. I'm gonna give you a hint of one of them. I'm thinking on top of my head, and I'm gonna put in that group. I'm gonna put Dru Hill in this one. You know what I mean? Dru Hill. You know what I mean? Like, so we gonna go from there. You know what I mean? We're gonna get 3 more groups to put in there. You know what I mean? But I tell everybody now, Dru Hill is definitely gonna be in that one. You know. But yeah, again, this is the Algorithm Podcast. I want to thank everybody for listening to us, liking, subscribe, follow. Again, follow the Zone 18 page. I do dumb shit all day long. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We got our guest KB on here. You know what I mean? Anything you gotta say to the people?
Y'all, I had a lot of fun. So definitely tune in for the next one. We're gonna have Dru Hill. Well, if I get if they let me come back, you know, we're gonna discuss some things. It'll be a good time. And next time we're gonna have a Cutwater.
Okay. She got Cutwater. I need the sponsorship. You know what I mean? Cutwater, get at me. You know what I mean? I need the sponsorship. But yeah, this is CJ and I'm out.